running that intro right now.
We make plays every day, yeah. 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 We make plays every day, yeah.
Welcome to the Real Fantasy Playmakers. I am your host, Bogard, scot-free, and I'm goddamn excited to welcome back my man, Jonathan, Fantasy Fornicator. What's happening?
Yo, what's cracking, my guy? What's cracking, my people? Glad to be back up in here, for sure. Let's get it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, for those of y'all that are familiar with my man's Jonathan, the Fantasy Fornicator, you guys know he hails from Chi-Town. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna break down the Chicago Bears draft class, and we're gonna touch a little bit on fantasy / reality perspectives, all that great isms. You know what I'm saying? But before we get to that, we're gonna go ahead and handle some of this housekeeping. Go ahead and follow us at the GMM Network on IG and on Twitter. Follow me at Bogard Scott Free World on IG, and you can find my man, the Fantasy Fornicator, on IG and all the platforms. Go ahead and let them know where they can find you.
Yeah, definitely. At IG, the handle Fantasy Fornicator. We're over on Twitter as well, FF Fornicator. And then on YouTube, on the search bar, just go ahead, all in one word, Fantasy Fornicator. You'll see me pop up. And subscribe, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Everybody, please, I encourage you guys to subscribe to Fantasy Fornicator on YouTube. Also, go ahead and, if you haven't done just yet, go ahead and hit subscribe to the GMM Network as well. Also, check out rumboys.com. That's rumboys with a Z.com. One more again, that's rumboyz.com for all our merch. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the gang. You know what I'm talking about? And shout out to our sponsor, Milk and Honey, for all your CBD wellness and all your CBD goodness. Visit www.milkandhoneytx.com. All right, my man, the Fornicator. Before I'm about to grab a drink, but while I do this, let's go ahead and get right to the meat and potatoes. You know what I'm saying? Right to the nitty gritty. You know all those good sayings. You know what I'm saying? Even better. Let's get to this and fuck the game up. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it. Let's fuck this game up. Something real tough, like, you know what I mean? And let's go ahead and let's go in chronological order and let's break down the Chicago Bears draft class.
Yeah, man, let's do this. We're gonna break it down, and as we know, the Bears did not have a first round pick. They gave up that draft pick in the Khalil Mack trade, which Ryan Pace probably would have screwed it up anyway. So let's get into the second round of first pick. They added the 33rd tight end to the roster, Cole Kmet. Ryan Pace again. He's trying to correct the mistake that it's been going on for years. I mean, he tried to get Trey Burton. He signed Trey Burton. He was like a big tight end free agency signing, coming fresh off of the Super Bowl win with the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yep.
And, he was supposed to be the, a big part of the offense.
Yeah.
Injuries and whatever.
We definitely discussed that before, where like in the Andy Reid coaching family tree, whether it's a Doug Peterson or is it Doug Peters or Peterson?
Peterson, yeah.
Yeah, it's Doug, whether it's Doug Peterson or even Matt Nagy in this case, 20% of the target market share goes to the tight end position. So we were all big on Trey Burton, you know what I mean? But yeah, so in this case, he's correcting his mistakes, right? And
he's correcting his mistakes. Yep.
What is his name? Clement, right?
Yeah, so they drafted Colt Kmet, and keep in mind, Adam Shaheen is another draft pick that was drafted by Ryan Pace.
And he's a giant, bro. That guy's a giant.
Giant, and it hasn't panned out. So now the first pick the Bears made, I was kind of upset because, they had a couple of safeties out there that I was really interested in.
Oh, shit.
But
dude,
Jeremy Chin.
When I was running downstairs right now, it was like breaking news. You guys signed a safety. In free
Yeah, they
agency.
signed from I believe from the Texans. His name is Gibson. So
Yep.
and that's gonna go to my whole point here. You know, with that first selection, I saw Antoine Winfield still on the board.
Yep.
And I also saw Jeremy Chin still on the board, and those are safeties that I really wanted the Bears to target. Why? Because that allows Eddie Jackson to do what he does best and be a playmaker. Let him play off of his instincts. Last year with HaHa Clinton-Dix, they were taking turns playing in the box. And that's not where Jackson, that's not where he thrives at, man. Let him be that playmaker, that ball hawk that he is. But Ryan Pace, he elected to go with Cole Kmet. I believe he's going to be a decent player. He's 6'5", 250 pounds. He's a pretty decent blocker. He's a decent pass catcher. He doesn't have blazing speed. He's not going to wow you with that type of stuff.
He's going to be a great possession guy, like a third down look, red zone.
He's reliable.
Look. Yeah. And I'm hoping in that, and because now you got John DeFilippo over there as well, and man, they're definitely going to use the tight end position. Like, there's no way they don't.
Exactly, and my thing is like, man, we just got Jimmy Graham. They gave him all this freaking guaranteed money, and I was like, man, why go with a tight end? I understand he's the best tight end in the draft class, according to what everybody's saying, but at the end of the day, I really wanted them to go with a safety. But Cole Kmet's going to be a fine player. I think Ryan Pace, after all these years and after 40-something tight ends, he's finally going to find his tight end here. So Cole Kmet, safe pick, as far as like the risk is not there, as far as this guy is. He's the number one tight end coming into the draft, so they're all right with him. Next guy up, out of Utah, Jalen Johnson, the cornerback, and he had a torn labrum. He had shoulder injuries, and that's why he fell in the draft. With this whole coronavirus.
He was talented too. Like he
talented, man.
He might have been he damn there would have been a first round pick maybe, or at least a back of the first round, or early second round pick for sure.
That's what everybody was saying. There was some people saying that he was like the number 3 rated cornerback coming into this draft.
Oh, word.
Yeah, that's what they were saying. But with the injuries and everything, and the teams couldn't prep the same way.
Yeah, you're right.
Because
of the corona, you're right.
Exactly, bro. So that changed everything up, and I think the Bears got a really, really good one with this guy.
And there might be a
blessing
in disguise in this sense, huh? It's like, because then other teams, there were several teams that needed cornerback. Atlanta, Jacksonville. You know what I mean? Like, and you definitely needed someone opposite of was it Kyle Fuller, and then because you guys got rid of what's his name, Prince Amuka.
Yeah, exactly. So they definitely needed some help. In a secondary, like I said, I wanted them to go safety and then cornerback, but they got a cornerback in the second round with Jalen Johnson. He's a good one. The good thing about him,
Double J.
I was watching. Yeah, Double J. The good thing about
I really wanted him
for
the Niners, bro.
Did you?
Yeah, because we play really physical, and he could jam someone up at the line. But one thing that really shines in Jalen Johnson's game, bro, is he tackles, bro. Like,
dude,
he tackles. Like, because, a lot of corners, not a lot of corners, but, it is a thing where sometimes corners, they'd rather just play on the ball than, than really get their hands dirty. You know what I'm saying? This motherfucker one, bro, he hits, too.
He hits, too, and he's not afraid to be left alone on an island.
Exactly.
Utah would leave him. They would leave him out there and just rush the quarterback, and he would hold his own. He's got good playmaking skills, and like you said, he's physical. He's physical. He loves to tackle, so he's got really good form.
It's kind of good too, because that's the Chicago brand that we're all accustomed to. You know what I mean? Like I think, like obviously first of all, when it comes to my Niners, I just want everyone. I'm like, I want him. You know what I mean? Like just any kind of positional need, I just want them all. You know what I mean? But Jalen Johnson was one of those guys, realistically, where I was like, he might fall to the second round. I mean, or not even second round. He might even fall to the third round. In this case, you guys got him in the. What would you guys get him in the third?
Yeah, second.
Oh, second.
It was second. Yeah, it was.
Okay. You guys had multiple seconds.
Cole Kmet was Cole Kmet was the 11th pick in the second round. Yeah. 7 picks later, Jalen Johnson was there, and the Bears grabbed him. So again, that was a byproduct of what's going on right now in this world with the coronavirus, that the teams couldn't prep, the medical staff couldn't do, their due diligence the way they always do. So a lot of teams passed up on him. And this is kind of like what happened with Eddie Jackson, years ago. He fell in the draft and the Bears ended up getting him, I believe, in a third round or something like that.
Eddie Jackson is one of my favorite safeties in the game.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, bro. Like when
he is, yeah.
What was it? Your guy's last playoff appearance, wasn't he hurt? Where I was like, I forget, but either way, he is.
No, he wasn't hurt. No, he wasn't hurt.
Okay, I'm remembering that wrong. Yeah.
But the thing is with him, he does play. He's a tough dude, man. Like, he plays through injury, just like this guy, Jalen Johnson. And I'm really happy with this draft pick. He's going to be a beast. They're saying that he's going to probably even be better than Kyle Fuller, which that would be very nice.
Kyle Fuller's he's like a zone. He's more of a zone. He's more of like a off coverage type of. You know what I mean? He is a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying?
He makes plays. He's got good ball skills, but he can be beat. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not like he's above average in strength, but he can't get overpowered, and he could be susceptible to like the double move and shit like that. But a lot of cornerbacks are, bro. A lot of these wideouts, we see them coming out, bro. They have like 4.3, 4.4 speed, just running out there crazy. But
I remember
Jalen Johnson is definitely a good one. I think the first two picks are pretty safe. For the most part, I like him a lot, especially this Jalen Johnson. He's my favorite pick.
They're 100% needs. Like, I mean, maybe not. You definitely needed a tight end. I mean, because come on.
For the
right now, the
future,
Bears, you need all of them. Come on. He's like, what? We got 8. We need 9. He's like, we need 9 tight ends. God damn it. No, I think they did slim down. They did cut it down though, right? I think they only have like Graham. They still have Burton.
What they could have done with that first pick in the second round, they should have just traded back and collected like a pick or two. They would have still had Jalen Johnson right there for them. Yeah. Then they probably could have gotten another safety later on, and then added. Well, who knows? I mean, I don't think Cole Kmet would have fallen too much further down the road. But either way,
I know the Patriots were in the second round. You know what I mean? They could have. They
drafted 2 tight ends.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they and I'm sure Clement was on the radar for sure. You know
Belichick with his tight ends for sure. Yeah. So those are the 2 second round picks. Then the Bears didn't have a third. They ended up going into not until the 5th round. They had a couple of other picks, a few of them actually. The first one up was an edge rusher out of Tulsa. His name is Travis Gibson, and the thing with this guy, he's really quick off the snap, really quick. He needs to work a little bit on his technique, and he plays with a chip on his shoulder. They were doing interviews with him and other draft picks, on Chicago radio and stuff like that. Yeah. And he says he plays with a chip on his shoulder. He says we're going to see it on the field. A lot of people have doubted him. A lot of people, his whole life. We heard that story before. People that play like that or have that mentality, like everybody's doubting them, they always come up. Yeah. And this is one of those guys that they actually traded up for him. And so he's 6'4", 260 pounds, 268. When he got to Tulsa, he added 60 pounds.
Whoa,
to his frame.
Like 320, and obviously I'm assuming that's mostly muscle mass, not even like, because everyone knows muscle is heavier than fat. You know what I mean? It's not like he put on weight. He put on weight. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So like a couple of his strengths that I have here, I have noted on here. So his first step, he's very long, very explosive. He's very athletic. For his size, people are gonna they're gonna get caught off guard with that. And he's strong as well too. So he wins a lot.
And then he's never gonna get double teamed neither. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Because you got the Mack truck over there. What are you talking about? He's a DN, right? The guy we're talking about?
Yeah, he's an edge rusher. He's gonna learn from Khalil Mack. He's gonna learn from buddy that they got, what's his name? Robert Quinn.
Yep. Quinn's OG.
Oh yeah,
Quinn's OG. Everywhere he's went, he's active, bro. Whether I remember him wreaking havoc against my Niners when he was on the Rams. Then he went over to to the Dolphins. Then he went over to the Cowboys. Like, just everywhere he goes, bro. You know what I'm saying? And like, dude, you guys have a nasty front. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Last stat, I like their front seven with the linebackers.
Yeah,
and
with
Akeem
Quan
Hicks in the
and
middle.
Hicks.
Yeah, bro. So
Roquan and
let me give you
go
let me
ahead.
give you a little nugget of a stat with this guy. Okay.
Okay.
So in 2019, he finished 5th in pass rushing win rates on third down for edge defenders.
And that is key. That is a nugget because everyone knows that third down is crucial. You for getting your offense on the field. If you're that defense, like, you know what I'm saying? That's, like, yo, it's third down. We gotta destroy these motherfuckers and get our boys back on the field. You know what I mean? It's
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's imperative. Like that's definitely something that shined when they were looking at that guy for sure.
Big time. So his percentage win was 30.9% on third down. He was 5th.
Wow.
First place was 34%. That was Chase Young. So he was not too far behind him at all, bro.
So think about this. If there was 10 third downs in a game, that means, roughly 3.5 of those they're not converting because of him.
Exactly, man. Dude definitely has some game.
Oh, you said 39%? You said 30.9%.
30.9%.
Oh, 30.9%.
So let's say
like
31.
3 times.
Yeah.
So yes, for every 3, even if you want to look at it like if there was like 3 first downs, you know what I'm saying? He's 1 out of every 3 essentially. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's dope. That's a
bro. I love that stat. I came across that on Twitter and stuff. Like, the cool thing about Twitter, you can follow a bunch of different people that have ties, and there's all types of stats you can find on there.
You know
and
what's
that's
crazy,
where I find
bro?
a lot of my nuggets, bro.
Now that over the years I've formed like my own, my own perspective. I like to believe where it's like, I have a way of approaching things, but now, doing the podcast and like discovering guys like yourself and like, I'm not saying I discovered you, but you know what I mean? Like discovering your content.
You came across me.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like now I'm like, hey, I might as well look on Twitter because a lot of my enemies in fantasy are they're all my friends, but they're enemies. You know what I'm saying, right? Fuck them all.
I know what you mean. Exactly.
Yeah, and a lot of them they be on the Twitterverse, just getting gamed up. You know what I mean? They come around me. I'm like, where'd you get that from? And they don't want to tell me, and I'm like, oh, you on Twitter, bro? Okay, and I'm not even knocking that, bro. Because now I feel like check us out, Playmakers. If you're not following any of the the guys that I bring on here, or even myself, shame on y'all. But also, Twitter is that's where fantasy lives. I come to realize that. You know what I mean? Like Instagram is cool, the visual aspect, but like, all the nuggets and stats, yeah, it's riddled. Twitter is riddled with them.
So what's cool about Twitter, bro, like when it comes to instant reaction, like you just write it real quick and you tweet whatever stats or whatever it is that you need to do. And that's what I like about Twitter. Shit. Exactly. And then when it comes to like Instagram, a lot of people, they focus on like their editing, and I'm not knocking them for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, more power to them. But if you want like instant reaction, instant news, like it's really, really easy to find on Twitter. So I definitely suggest that for anybody that's trying to
you heard it, Playmakers. The Fornicator is telling y'all how to fuck the game up. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. You got to know where to look for those nuggets, man. Definitely on Twitter, man, for sure.
Cheers, my brother. You know what I'm saying?
Cheers, bro. Salud, man.
Salud. Yeah, man, it has begun. Yeah. It has begun. I had my thing poured up, and I was just gonna wait for a moment to be like, all right, here we go.
Hey, why not, man? We're getting through here. We got the first 3 Bears. We covered Cole Kmet, Jalen Johnson, Travis Gibson. Yeah, so the Bears, they had 3 fifth-round picks. Gibson was the first one. The second one, another DB, smarter school out of Georgia Southern. His name is Kendall Vildor, 5'11", 190 pounds.
Hold on before you get to Gilmore. See, my phone is so geeked. I just got your text right now, the one that said you know what I mean?
Damn.
I know, dude, my phone is geeking, bro. Okay, I have to remind this motherfucker, like, he hasn't sent me the link yet, but I'm pretty sure he sent it to me, like, for the draft coming up. But I'm like, I'll hit him after this. But yeah, okay, continue.
Oh, you got that mock draft, right?
Yeah, hell yeah. You know what's crazy, too, is I told him, I was like, on the next one, keep 3 spots open for me because I wanted to bring in my guys. I wanted to bring in the Guru. I wanted to bring in you and my other man's from Turn Up the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you feel me? Like,
let me know.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because we're definitely doing this. So this is part 2 tonight. what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure part 3 will be like in the next few weeks. You know what I mean? But yeah, so tell me about Gilmore. What position does he play again?
So yeah, man, he's a cornerback. He's a DB.
Okay, nice. Is he related to the Stephon Gilmore? By any chance?
No, my bad. Vildor. Vildor.
Okay.
Yeah, I might be saying that wrong. Valdor. I don't know. Vildor. Vildor.
I ain't gonna lie though, that name sounds like a Viking name, like not like Minnesota Vikings, but like an actual Viking. Like my name is Vildor. That motherfucker come through swinging an axe and shit.
Yeah, man, it does sound like he sound like an old school type of Viking type of dude, right?
Yeah, for real.
All right, man. So the thing with this guy, he's gonna come in. He's gonna be on special teams. He's a later draft pick. He definitely's got to put on some weight. Needs to get a little bit stronger. He has good ball skills. He will fight for the ball, but I could not find any type of highlights of this guy tackling. Like I really couldn't.
Well, you did say he's a smaller guy, right? Like as far as weight goes. So plus. when you're looking at highlights, like here's why I like Game Pass, because then you can watch everything. Because highlights are what they are. You know what I mean? Like there's probably a bunch of film on him trying to tackle. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah, because and that's why it's cool. Why Game Pass is cool, because then you could see all the bad plays as well. You know what I mean? And not just over there's a difference between the casual fan and then people like yourself and I. You know what I mean? Where it's like I hate it when people. Like, I'm pretty sure a bunch of Bears fans where they think they really know what they're talking about, but they don't know what they're talking about. You know what I mean? Like, and that's cool. Like, I'm not knocking them as fans, but it's like,
no,
listen.
But that's every fan base though. Don't take it personal, sure. Bears fan. Don't take it personal.
No, for sure. They're not, man. Especially my Niners, right? A lot of people they be shitting on us, that people that aren't Niner fans. They like, oh, you guys got the most bandwagon fans and blah blah blah. And I tend to agree. You know what I mean? Because
for real?
Fuck yeah, dog. Because listen. I've been a season ticket holder forever, bro. Like, when we be at that joint, when in the bad years, we're having fun, regardless. But I look around, there's a lot of empty seats in this motherfucker. As soon as we get good, all of a sudden the prices are expensive. All of a sudden you got motherfuckers posting shit, throwing tailgates, and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers wasn't here. You know what I mean?
Right, motherfuckers you never seen before. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, and but more power to them. We need them too, though. At the end of the day, we need them to make that noise. You know what I'm saying? To make it really feel like we rented it at home. You know what I mean? Like, because that noise, noise is real. You know what I mean? Like, bro, like that. Those playoff games. It was our first time in Levi's, bro. It was rocking, bro. Like, it was loud. Like.
That's dope.
Like, it rivaled Seattle type of shit. You know what I mean? It rivaled
Seattle's
Kansas
no
City.
joke when it comes to that, man. Yeah. Kansas City too. Yeah.
And Kansas City, Arrowhead is literally designed to magnify the sound.
That's what I heard. Yeah. I heard about their stadium, the way they built it and stuff, the way they constructed it. That's what they made it for.
Yeah. Goddamn fucking Chiefs. Fuck them. I love you, Patrick Mahomes.
But you know what? Andy Reid, man, he deserves that shit. I don't care, dog. Like, I don't care, man. He deserves respect to that man. He's done so much for this game. I fuck with Andy Reid.
I love Andy Reid, bro. I love Andy Reid, bro. Like,
I think everybody that's been, watching football for, over 10 years for sure, you got to respect this man. He's done a lot for this
game, the same way
man.
People hate Belichick, they love Andy Reid. You know what I mean? Like,
and they respect Belichick. I tell you what, man, you gotta respect Belichick's craft, man. At the end of the day, I know
I'm a big fan of Belichick. I'm not one of those guys that hates on him. I'm just saying, like, people. Let me rephrase that too. People just hate people that win all the time. They get tired of it. You know what I mean? Like,
even people like me growing up, like, people used to hate on Jordan. I'm like, how could you hate on Jordan? They're like, oh, he wins all the time. Like, he's a beast.
Same way people hate on LeBron. You know what I mean? Like, and then you put him with the Lakers, and then you already had people who hated the Lakers because they were one of those organizations that just stayed winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Once you get those legacy teams, those dynasty type teams, man, like, a lot of people, like, you should appreciate those teams, man. Don't hate on those teams like that, man. But because those teams, they come once in a great. Wow, man. Look at The Last Dance, what's going on right now, man. It's a great story, man.
Bro.
Shit's
we
dope,
could do
man.
a whole podcast talking about that shit even, you know what I mean? Weird. Okay.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
Check this out. So, you want to know how I've been going to sleep at night ever since the Super Bowl loss?
Man.
Check this out. I came across, I don't know if, to be honest, I don't know if this is my own idea. I'm pretty sure I heard this somewhere just because I consume so much content, you know what I mean? But,
right.
I did come across one time where I read that March 18th was the first corona cases documented in Kansas City. So now, we didn't lose the Super Bowl to lose it. We saved the world. Because Kansas City, they're not a storybook franchise. I mean, now there's going to be a lot of kids that aren't even from Kansas City. They're going to grow up, they're going to grow up being a Chiefs fan because of Patty Mahomes and shit like that, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But the Niners, on the other hand, we are a storybook franchise. If we would have won, people would have came from states away for the parade. You know what I'm saying? People would have came from everywhere. Even out here, all the Oakland Raider fans, they would have been out there too, just so they could hate on us, but also because there would be hella bitches out there. Come on. Everybody would have been at the fucking parade. And guess what we had in Santa Clara, in San Francisco, in the Bay Area in general? We had corona cases back in January. Back early as January, early as December, I heard even. And it's like, can you imagine the cataclysmic, is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, how catastrophic the pandemic would have spiked up. People would have came home with a fucked up parting gift if they were from states away. You know what I mean? And
man, you ain't lying. That shit would have spread like crazy.
Yeah,
right.
Bro.
Nobody even thinks about shit like that.
So listen, right, so when I see Emmanuel Sanders wide open, and Jimmy G was like, "It's time to save the world," and he overthrows the fuck out of him. And that's
I could have sworn Mitch Trubisky freaking stole this jersey and that play. I might be tripping.
Hey, you know what? Hey, Mitch is from Gotham, right? They call Chicago Gotham City, right? You know what? Maybe he might have been a vigilante. He might have been in that huddle, and they were like, "What? That ain't Jimmy." No, it's me, Mitch. Remember, you guys were supposed to draft me, but you guys bamboozled us. I gotta save the world. I'm on a mission to save the world. Shit.
Fucking Mitch, you motherfucking bum. I'm sorry.
Bitch Trubisky.
I had to get that
it's
shot.
all good. We'll shit on him together.
Hold on. Today they just announced they did not pick up his 5th-year option.
Oh, that's cold.
Yeah.
Wow.
Take that, Mitch.
Hey,
it in the face.
I like him in fantasy now. You know why?
Hey,
he's gonna try to ball out to get a contract elsewhere.
Hey, you want to know what's crazy? I just finished up a 12-team dynasty league with other Instagram pages.
Nice.
Football. Shout out everybody in the.
Was it a mock or was
this
legit?
No, it was legit.
Oh, nice.
So 12-team, right?
Okay.
Mitch is on the waivers.
Oh shit.
And there's teams that have 3-4 quarterbacks on their team, and he's sitting in the waivers. And I'm gonna let him sit there, man. I don't give a fuck. Fuck Mitch.
That's just an extra way of sticking it to him all. Like, listen, Mitch. Watch Mitch he's in your draft. I mean, like we said, he goes undercover, right? He's actually in your draft, and he didn't even draft himself. He was like,
damn, no faith in himself.
Full faith.
Mitch, you know what will happen? I think what will happen with Mitch, he's probably, like you said, he's gonna switch teams or something like that. And he's gonna pop off somewhere else.
Yeah.
He might be bare minimum backup, but I think he just can't succeed here, man. There's just too many obstacles for the media, fans like me. We're gonna blow him out of town.
And there's not a lot of structure too, man. Like as far as his young career, I mean, we covered that in our last episode where I kind of, in his defense, which I don't really want to come from. I don't want to represent him by any means. Like he's gonna get a public defender for sure.
Devil's advocate, it's all good.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. But Bogey has been known to put on the devil's advocate hat, and I turn it backwards. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes sideways. You know what I'm saying? But yes, in his defense, in his young career, he went through so many coordinators, and this might help him down the road. Like hopefully he's not a dumbass. Like because I did make him rock the dunce hat. You know what I mean? Like I was like, he just might not be smart. You know what I mean?
Right. Fucking Mitch, man. One day he might try to stick it to the Bears, or who knows? Maybe he'll throw a pick six and help the Bears win. So.
Hey, this is kind of crazy, but remember that game against New England? He had a chance to win that game. He threw that big bomb to Taylor, and then you know what I'm saying, like, and then I think how did he end it? He threw a pick or something. I forget what turn, but
I think it was a pick. I want to say it was a pick.
Yeah, and like, but see, at the end of the day, it was like Belichick might have been impressed, and Josh McDaniels, you know what I mean, like. He's low key a genius when it comes to opening up a playbook for a quarterback who is athletic, has some wheels on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely Nagy it hasn't helped him. We know that, Nagy, he's pretty stubborn with his game plan, and it definitely hasn't helped him. But
Oh
let's
shit!
see.
Imagine Trevor Lawrence going to the Bears.
Man.
Oh.
You know what? If that happens somehow, some way, that means they're cleaning house. Nagy's gone. That means Ryan Pace is gone.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
What did you think? What did you think that for sure Ryan Pace would be gone? But I believe maybe I think Nagy, if he had a shot of building his own team, in his likeness, starting with a QB. You know what I mean? I mean that's kind of why he brought in Nick Foles, where it's like, you know what I mean? And you can't sleep on the fact that he got you guys into the dance. You know what I mean? But I mean, maybe that was a lot to do with Vic Fangio there. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. So we
all right. Let's go. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah.
Let's keep it moving.
We might not need to. See, this is why. Okay, you want to know before we continue? One thing I want to shout out all the playmakers, man, because we've been getting a lot of good feedback, and you know what a lot of the feedback is that they're finding people through us. You know what I mean?
That's dope, man.
Yeah, because I like to believe I like to scout and like bringing in the Fornicator. You know what I'm saying? That's why, man. Thank you again for coming on again, man. Like I already seen it. This was it was the start of a beautiful relationship. You know what I mean? And then
definitely, man. It's all love, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. I tell you that all the time, man. I appreciate everybody that fucks with me, that found me through your channel, man. That's love, man, and definitely, it's just love all day, all the way. If I could help you in any way, I'll do the same thing, bro. You already know.
Hey, man, you're doing more than helping me by just being one of the voices that need to be heard out here. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But yeah, okay. So I guess we don't really got to touch too much on Vildor.
Nah, we're good on him.
Besides the fact that he sounds like he should be wielding an axe. You know what I mean? But
for real, man. He should
Vildor. You know what I'm saying?
He should have the armor, all that.
Right?
All right. Let's see who we got next. All right, we got the next guy up. This guy, I'm actually really, really excited about this guy. I took him in the last round of my Dynasty rookie draft. And with another 5th round pick, the 28th pick in that round, Darnell Mooney out of Tulane.
Oh, yeah.
So he's a small wide receiver, but he's fast as shit. So he runs a 4.38.
He's going to fill that Taylor Gabriel role.
He's going to try because, the Bears did sign Ted Ginn Jr., another New Orleans Saint, because that's what Ryan Pace does.
Yep.
Jimmy Graham, Ted Ginn Jr., that's what he does. But the kid, he has crazy speed, man. He has his ball skills, though. Like, when it comes to, adjusting to the ball midair and his hands, he needs to work on that. He will drop a lot of balls. Like, no bullshit, he will.
And Trubisky ain't even going to be putting it on the money either.
Exactly. So that combination right there, it doesn't sound like he's going to have a successful upcoming rookie season if Trubisky's the starting quarterback. But the guy, he's electric, man. His speed is off the charts. And if he could just work on his ball skills, on his hand placement, and how he adjusts to the ball, he's gonna be a sneaky steal.
Imagine, bro, you guys do move Tariq Cohen around. Imagine him on the outside, and then your man's that you're talking about right now, him on the other side, and
Mooney,
Mooney, and bro, just two burners, because Cohen is fast as fuck too with his little ass. You know what I mean?
Very little, very shifty, very quick, fast.
The human joystick I think is what they call it.
The human joystick, yeah.
And then for some reason, shout out to Tariq Cohen, bro. And you know what I think too, in the locker room they call him the chicken salad. I don't know. I don't know what the origin of that is, but hell of a nickname though.
Yeah, man. When he first got drafted, in one of the radio shows, they were interviewing him. They're like, so what do you go by? He's like, chicken salad. That's just been sticking with me. I don't even know why, man. But I do like that one. He has some cool nicknames. That one and the human joystick's pretty decent.
that one's very descriptive of what Cohen is. You know what I mean?
He really is,
joystick,
man.
B.
Very shifty little dude, very dangerous with the ball in open space. But Darnell Mooney, somebody to, I'm not saying he's a gem or anything like that.
But it's Dynasty. In Dynasty, that's what you do. You know what I mean? You take shots. You gotta
take your shots, and that speed popped out. And I'm telling you right now, if this guy works on his ball skills, he's gonna be a steal in this draft. So
And you know what, too? That's something that can be worked on. You know, you get on the jugs machine, you know what I'm saying? Or even like, I ain't gonna lie, man, with Foles, you know what I'm saying? Foles, he's pretty accurate, man, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep forgetting that Foles is there, too, because I actually just have fun shitting on Trubisky, you know what I'm saying? So
I know, man. I'm the same way.
Because I was a Biscuit truther for a while, too, that's why. I mean, because he flashes, bro, you know what I mean? Like,
he has his moments, dog. Like, I'm not going to say he doesn't. I mean, he really does, but you know what? Like, the inconsistency is it's too much, bro. Like, you're not going to win with a quarterback that is so, like, hot. Inconsistent. One moment, one moment he's so hot, then the next moment he's so cold. You can't win with somebody like that. It's kind of like, do you remember Rex Grossman?
Yeah, I remember Gross. Hell
do you
yeah.
remember like that Super Bowl run? How there was like I want to say it was like a 6. I don't know if it was like maybe 5-game period, 6-game maybe even, where he was in the MVP discussions for the first part of the year, and then he just like just fell off the face of the earth, and then Kyle Orton came in or whatever. You know, Rich Grossman sucked.
The legend of Kyle Orton.
Yeah, I know, man. Bring Rexy back. No, I'm just playing. We'll stick with Big Dick Nick. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right, man. So the last two guys, man, that the Bears drafted, they were both seventh round picks. Both of them offensive linemen. Both of them play guard. The first guy up, his name is Arlington Hambright out of Colorado. So this guy right here, from what I got, you know, he's versatile, but he's a project, man. Whenever you draft offensive linemen in the 7th round, it's usually because of their size, you know, because of their, you know, what they bring to the table as far as their size goes. This guy's 6'5", 6 foot 5 inches tall, 300 pounds, and he's known more as a run blocker. That's his game.
And that's great, man, because anything to help my man Monty Burns, my man, David Montgomery. I'm not giving up on you, Monty Burns. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think I told you that I call him. That's my nickname for him because he done burned us. But then also he can do. He can do some things where you're like, excellent. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Yeah, I thought that's what you meant with the Simpsons Connect. I love that shit.
Yeah,
excellent.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, that's why I fuck with you, Fornicator.
I like that. So, my guy, Hambright, he's a project, man, out of Colorado, big dude. Just like the next guy that they took, another offensive tackle out of Tennessee State. His name is Lachavius Simmons, however you want to say it. No disrespect. I'm sorry. I just never heard of that name before. But
we'll call him Laddie. We'll call him Laddie. The Laddie.
There you go. So, you know, obviously another project, man, another work in progress. You know, he plays both guard and tackle. He's interchangeable. So, we'll see if he can succeed in the league for the Bears. Help out the pocket.
What is cool though, man, is I know next season coming up, now you guys are gonna have a full complement of picks finally, right?
Yeah.
Because because of the Khalil Mack kind of set y'all back, even though it was a great trade, and you paid.
They had to do it.
Yeah, and you paid him and made him happy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what players want. They want to be wanted, and he was somewhere where like. They would like they wouldn't even give him his calls. Motherfuckers would be holding him. Yeah, like and Gruden. Yeah, I'm just talking about even when just being in Oakland for those years. Then when Gruden came in, he was like, all right, well, for some reason he probably didn't look at him like, well, he's a grinder. He's not a grinder. You know what I mean? And you know what? Vic Fangio was like, bruh. He was like, yo, Ryan. He's knocking on his door. Ryan, who is it? It's me, Vic. Vic. Yeah, what's up, man? Man, right, come on, what's up? We gonna get Mac or what? Then he's like, but then I bet you even Vic was like, but don't get him, but don't give up everything. And I think Ryan Pace is one of those guys where he's like, he doesn't like taking no for an answer. He's just like, okay, another first round, that'll do it. Okay, well, how about one more?
He you know what, with Ryan Pace, like, I mean, I will give it to him as far as like when he identifies somebody he wants, he goes all out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And like in the draft, it hasn't worked out. I mean, he's had some gems. Don't get me wrong, but like
Eddie Jackson.
Like Eddie Jackson, he did pretty good with that one. Obviously,
phenomenal.
Kyle Fuller was another. No, actually, I think Kyle Fuller was before him. My bad.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But Roquan Smith is another one.
Oh,
I like
yeah,
Roquan Smith.
great pick.
But then, he has his swings and misses. Leonard Floyd, Kevin White, Mitch. We see what's going on with
all
that.
the tight ends, too. All the tight ends, essentially, too. Like,
oh, man.
Hey, hopefully Clement actually. Okay.
I think he's going to solidify it. I think he is.
Well, so check this out. So, from a fantasy, actually, before I ask that question, if you can give a grade, you know what I mean? Like, A, B, C, D, E, or F. Obviously, F being, fuck.
Yeah.
Standing for fuck.
We're fucked.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, like, what would you give your draft class?
So, draft class, us not having a first-round pick, usually that's where you make your impact.
But also, see, here's the thing too: is like anytime you're talking about a pick that you guys don't have, you throw that player in there. So, Khalil Mack is definitely part of this draft class still. Then, in that sense, because So continue.
I give them C plus B minus.
Not bad.
I feel like they did address some needs. They did get best player available. I understand the Komet pick. They need a tight end regardless. Even Jimmy Graham signing him, even though I was frustrated seeing,
Is Clement a blocker? Can he block good?
He's okay. He's not a bad blocker. He could block. He could definitely. He's a better blocker.
than Jimmy Graham can block.
He's way better than Jimmy Graham. Yeah. That's for damn sure. So that's definitely going to help Monty in the run game. That's definitely going to help. Obviously.
I like that we're going with Monty. I love that.
Yeah,
I love that.
I love it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Gotta go with Monty, man.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I do feel like they did address some needs. I kind of like that Gibson guy that they traded up from Tulsa, man. He sounds like he's a pretty much a beast at the edge. Somebody that could spell Robert Quinn and Khalil Mack, here and there. Somebody
and his
that could,
size and speed, like, you know what I mean, like. That definitely jumped off the film. You know what I mean? For sure.
It really did. And his technique is not bad, man. He's got that quick first step, so he's got to develop, and he's got the potential to have a little jab type of move.
Yeah.
And if he could, just work on that, he's going to be straight. So I think overall, B minus. I'm not going to be that hard on Ryan Pace. You know what I'm saying? No homo.
And I know you. Check us out, Playmakers. I know the Fornicator well enough that. Yes, he is a Chicago Bears fan, but he's definitely not on some homer ass shit when it comes to how he views his own team. Like that's why I brought him on the real Fantasy Playmakers again, because he has a realist take. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, no, I don't sugarcoat it, man. Like I don't pull no punches when it comes to the Bears, man. If anything, a lot of Bears fans. It's funny, like somebody was in my DMs. Last night up at 2 a.m, one of my followers, man, shout out my guy, and we were just going back and forth. He's one of my new followers, and he was telling me, man, you're a little bit too hard on Mitch, man. I'm like, nah, bro, look, man, you're too easy on him, man.
For real.
I'm like, we got our defense. Our defense is championship mode, and it's been like that for a few years, bro. You don't make that Khalil Mack trade for no reason. And you know what the game has changed now. When you have that young rookie quarterback, you have him on that rookie deal.
Yep.
That's when you strike.
That's when you strike.
And exactly,
because the politics and the financing side of everything, the financial aspect, where it's like, okay, when you have a young quarterback, it's essentially win now mode. You know what I mean? Like where it's like, okay, before it's time to pay him. Because look at a team like the Rams. They got, they had success, with a young Goff. They put some pieces around him, but it was really predicated on Wade Phillips and that defense. And then, when Goff got paid, it kind of pigeonholed the team, because now you can't really address free agency because of the lack of cap space and et cetera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it puts you in the hole. And we've seen it, with, I think, in my memory, the Seahawks are kind of like the blueprint of that.
Yes, like bringing in young Russ. And he was getting paid like $700,000 type of shit. You know what I mean? For a couple years. Bare minimum. Third round guy. And like, man, I don't know. I need to find out what kind of gum that motherfucker Pete Carroll chews, because whatever gum he's chewing makes him a genius sometimes, bro. Like he's, you know what I mean? Like
I like Pete Carroll, man. I fuck with that dude, man.
You know who I call him? Or what I call him?
What's that?
Ellen DeGeneres. A strange brother, Because
Damn.
he looks like Ellen DeGeneres, bro.
Oh shit, man. Hey, man. That's so fucked up, man. You gotta do an edit or some shit like that. You gotta put that shit up.
The side by side art, dude. I think they might even be the same person. So now I'm even amazed that he can host a show, a daytime television show, and coach a Super Bowl caliber team. God damn it! Is it the gum? Remember they used to say, "Is it the shoes? Is it the gum? Is it the gum?" I don't know.
Hey man, shout out Pete Carroll, man.
Shout out to Pete Carroll, man.
I fuck with Pete Carroll, Seattle Seahawks. You guys, I fuck with the Seahawks too, man. I really, really do, man. I like the Seahawks. The way they run
the same way I fuck
organization.
With the Bears. Like, even though, yes, I'm a Niner fan, and yes, you are a Bears fan, but, we have appreciations for other teams. Like, I don't know. I always had an affinity for the Bears. You know what I'm saying? Like, I even told a shout out to my man, Jemo the Icon. You know what I'm saying? Also, Playmakers, man. Check that out. He just did it was the first time I was on the other side of the interview where, like, it had nothing to do with fantasy. I just got to talk my story, you know what I mean? But anyways, he's from Chicago. Yeah, he hails from Chicago. Damn, off the top of my head, I can't remember where, but he was from an area where a lot of gun violence and shit. The Chicago, like, you guys are all familiar with, all too familiar with, unfortunately. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I'll be here all day naming all types of neighborhoods that are like that.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, you know what I mean? But yeah, I even told him, I was like, I don't know, it's just always, whether there's Devin Hester or whether it was Matt Forte, like even Brandon, when you guys brought over Brandon Marshall, like I fucked with the Bears. I loved Alshon Jeffrey. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
There was a nice stretch of time, bro. The Bears had all the potential in the world with that offense with Jay Cutler and those receivers. And Matt Forte was a goon.
Yeah, he was.
Shout out Matt Forte, dog.
Shout out to Matt Forte.
Man, he's a beast.
He might not know it, but he's friend of the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, friend of the show.
And you know what too is like, what was his name? Mike? Was it? It wasn't Holmgren, was it? No. The head coach for a while during those years.
The goofy coach, Mark Trestman?
Mark Trestman, there you go. No, it wasn't Mike. Yeah. Mike Holmgren was, I think, Green Bay. I digress. But yes, Trestman. It was like, come on. Like, you got all this talent. Like,
that's horrible.
And then I even loved the Lovie Smith days. Like, you know what I mean?
Man,
like,
we regret that. We should have never let him go, man.
I know. And then he was
so,
and then, he's so ambitious. He was like, fuck, I'm going to go to Tampa Bay and try to turn that thing around. You know what I mean? And it was like, won't. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, not gonna happen.
Okay, so you like how I curved talking about the Seahawks any further? At the same time, I have an appreciation for them. But you know what? Fuck the Seahawks. Fuck them. No, but okay, so check this out.
Arch nemesis.
Oh yeah, you know what I mean. And you know what too? I don't just hate on motherfuckers. Like you're a worthy adversary. So that's why I actually respect you and I hate you at the same time. Seattle Seahawks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, man.
Like, actually, I will point one thing about Russell Wilson. Bro, he's like, answer me this. What is the hardest thing to replicate season to season? For a player.
I mean,
like, what's the hardest thing to replicate? Like,
Well, the MVP caliber performances year in and year out, for sure.
Okay, I agree, but that's not where I was going. Where I'm going is efficiency, bro. Like, he continues to have Aaron Rodgers type, like younger Aaron Rodgers type efficiency. But see, the only difference is, he's on a low pass volume team. So it's like, he might not never top 25 pass attempts in a game, but like he'll be like 18 for 25, like easy. You know what I mean? Like all the time. Like it's fucking uncanny. I respect him. You know what I'm saying? Also, my claim to fame is that he's a Sagittarius. His birthday's the day before mine, where I'm like, yeah, that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Just, we defy the odds, motherfucker. You know what I mean? But yeah, okay, so. Hey, yo, bro. You like cut out real quick. Like, you dropped hella low in volume for some reason.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. You know what? Hang up and call it right back. Call this number right back on the FaceTime audio.
I'll call you right back.
Yeah. Yeah, we're having a little bit of technical difficulties. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. He's gonna call us right back. You know what I'm saying? The Fornicator fucking shit up in a good way. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, how about now? There you are. There's that sultry fornicator voice that we're all familiar with. Because all of a sudden it dropped out. Because I got you hooked up. Like your audio's running straight to the thing. So I was like, you call, so I don't have to remove the phone and shit like that. Appreciate you though. Okay, so
No
go
problem.
on. What was you saying?
No, man. I was just saying with Russ, about him. What I really like is like the game plan with the Seahawks. They're trying to rush that ball, right? That Russian attack.
Yep.
And Russ, he still puts up fantasy numbers. He still is throwing the ball where it belongs. He puts that. There was a touchdown I think it was last year, where he threw the ball. I thought he was throwing it away.
Oh my God! The Tyler Lockett against Tampa Bay.
Yes.
Oh shit! Like bro,
that was such a sick throw.
Oh my God!
So many
the
of those,
next gen stats. First of all, okay, I always, for all the playmakers, they're familiar with, I come up with crazy nicknames, right? And so for Deshaun Watson, I call him the second coming. I call him Black Jesus because I feel like he does these miracle things on the field. You know what I mean? And like obviously Black Jesus loves him. That's why he's the second coming, right? So now, okay, how about this? When Deshaun Watson looks down the field, and he sees his receiver, like he might not know what receiver to hit, right? But then perpetual light from the heavens will shine down on his target, and he just, oh, there he is, boom, right? Or like he literally got kicked in the eye and blinded, and then Black Jesus gave him sight again immediately, and then he was able to spin out and throw a fucking touchdown pass. Remember that shit when he got kicked in the eye? Yes.
That was crazy.
Okay, so now Russell Wilson, on the other hand, white Jesus loves him. You know what I'm saying? Yes, Russell Wilson's half black and white, but he's more on the white side. He's more like an Uncle Tom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying, he's definitely more white than he is black. You know what I mean? And bro,
For sure.
white Jeebus loves him, bro. White Jesus loves him.
There's so many throws come to mind with Russ, like where he's scrambling in the backfield, and then he just like throw. There was that 2-point conversion. I forgot what team. Were they playing the Packers?
Yep, the floater. Ha Clint Dix was looking around, and it was almost like he went blind for a second because he could have made a play on that ball, and he floated that thing. It was like in the air for like 10 seconds. God damn it! Maybe, obviously, I'm exaggerating, but in 5 minutes even, it was goddamn.
He was running around in a backfield forever. He was scrambling.
Yes, it was a 2-point conversion to tie the game up to go into overtime.
Dead to rights. They had him, and he made that throw. And my buddy, what's his name? Luke Wilson made that grab. He made that snag. Boom. Great throw, man. Shout out Russell Wilson.
Yeah,
man.
shout out to Russell Wilson, man. Oh, yeah.
Shout out Sierra.
And Sierra's another one, too. She's like half black and white, and she's definitely more white than she is black. So they're just like the colored Caucasian couple. You know what I'm saying? But shout out, man. I'm happy for that guy, man.
Shout outs everywhere, man.
He is worth every dollar, and he earned every cent. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro. Okay, so from a fantasy perspective, am I crazy to say that I think David, our man Monty Burns is going to have value, and I'm so glad that the further and further Allen Robinson gets away from that ACL injury, I feel like he's going to be that guy. Like matter of fact, I'm going to, doing these mock drafts, I've been trying different strategies out, right? Depending on where I'm at in the draft, right? So, I went the 3 Cardinals pick one time, whereas Hopkins.
I heard about that.
Yeah,
Hopkins. I think you were
Hopkins.
telling me about that.
Yeah. And then I even went, I went, what was it? Shout out to LQ from the Real Deal Fantasy HQ. You know what I'm saying? Look out for our episodes dropping. That one will drop right before this one. And but anyways, you know what I'm saying? I've been doing mock drafts with them, and bro, it's so crazy because like I remember one time I went Chubb. I was like 7th overall. I went Chubb, swung around, got Kittle, swung around, got Drake. You know what I'm saying? And then and then I went what was it? I went Monty Burns in the back of the 4th, which I probably could have waited, but I was just like, I'm just like, look, this is why we do mock drafts, right? And then so I got my first receiver. And it was Terry McLaurin in the 5th, and I was hella happy.
Scary Terry.
Fuck yeah. You know what I call him? I call him the Scottish lad, the laddie. But he's not even Scottish, but the name McLaurin could be Scottish or Irish. Yeah. So like when he was a rookie, I was big on him coming into the year, and my co-host the guru was like, who the fuck is Terry McLaurin? I'm like, bro. And then once he became a thing, like, and it was immediate. It was week 1. He just like and even like week 2 he was balling. And week 3 and Monday night, you know what I'm saying? He burned the fuck out of Kyle Fuller for a couple big ones. And like, you know what I mean? It was just like, I'm like, and then, you know, then I started firing up the bag. Like I got a bagpipes drop where it was like, we're firing up the bagpipes. The laddie. Oh, fire up the bagpipes. Oh, and you know, we would talk in our you know, our makeshift Scottish accent, which is probably hella terrible. You know what I mean? But it's just, yeah, you know, we have fun with it. But yeah, and then, you know, so I've been trying different things, and so in this case, I'm gonna try to go running back heavy, get an early tight end, and then I'm gonna try to get Allen Robinson as my number 1 receiver, because I would be so happy if I can get, because he's going in the 4th round.
I'll take him all day in the 4th.
Fuck yeah.
No problem. You know what? I was gonna say, you said Monty. You know, getting him in the 4th, 5th type of thing. I'm not mad at that either, dog. Because the thing with Monty, like, yeah, everybody's got a bad taste.
Didn't he have just under 1,000 too? Like 1,000 yards, like all purpose?
Yeah, all purpose. Yep.
Yeah. See, it's not bad.
It's and just, you know, give me that running back. They didn't add a running back to the draft. They didn't add a running back to free agency.
They actually added linemen, whether or not they're later round picks. Didn't matter. They're addressing the fact that they want to run.
Exactly. So I think where you're getting him at for being that workhorse running back, which he is, Tariq Cohen, he's going to get his looks. But Tariq Cohen, the thing about him, they line him up all over the field.
Yeah, exactly. He's a guy that makes defensive coordinators have to pay attention to because he's so explosive and because he's multifaceted. You know what I mean? Like you could.
And that's why I was so confused last year too. Like Tariq Cohen in the backfield with Mitch splits with Monty. You know how bad you could fuck up defenses with the read options, the triple options. You know, like, dude, like those lanes should be wide open for days. But you know, we'll see if Nagy adjusts and fixes that up, because there's too much talent on the offensive side for the Bears not to put up more than what they averaged 18 points last year.
Oh yeah, you pointed that out on your first appearance here, right here on the Real Fantasy Playmakers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You definitely pointed that out. Even the fact that your defense wasn't necessarily giving up too much neither. You know what I mean?
They weren't.
Yeah. Like,
so
go ahead.
No, so yeah, with that being said, you know, definitely there's moves that were made on the offensive side, mainly, you know, Big Dick Nick. The addition of him, you know, it's going to help the offense no matter what. You know, Matt Nagy's going to run his scheme the way he wants. And, you know, Nick Foles, man, he's pretty good with that RPO, man. He did it really good in Philly. Definitely opened things up.
Did.
Hell yeah, man. So I think we're gonna see a different type of Bears team. We're gonna see them come out, you know, like their jobs are on the line, because Ryan Pace's job is on the line for sure. And Matt Nagy, you know, it may or may not be. He might get another chance if Ryan Pace gets ran out of town. But that's not a for sure thing either, man. You never know what kind of general manager walks in through that door. He might want his own people in there. And, you know, that's just the reality of the situation.
How about Eric Bieniemy finally leaves the nest, and he's like, fuck it, I'm going to go take a chance at this head coaching job. I would like you guys to have Eric Bieniemy.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that either. But first things first, man. Matt Nagy, let's get a winning season. Yeah. Let's get to the fucking playoffs. Cut fucking Mitch. Big Dick Nick. Let's get a Super Bowl
and he's
run in here,
about,
man. We need this shit, man.
And bro, he listen, Playmakers. He ain't even talking about just cutting him off the team. He's talking about actually cutting him. You know what I mean? Cut that motherfucker Chicago style. You feel me?
Oh man, it's all love, man. But come on, man, win some fucking games, man. Let's get to the fucking playoffs.
Hey, if Matt Nagy cuts him, bro, he goes way high up in my cool points list. He'd be like, listen, I had to slice him up one time, like slice him up thin as salami. You know what I'm saying? just let him know. Listen, bruh.
Do it one time, Nagy. One time.
Just give him $150 across the face. Fuck it. Give him the twister forehead. You know what I mean? You know, Twister got one of them on his forehead. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker gave him $150 on the forehead. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah, Twister, man. Shout out Twister.
I know. Shout out to Twister, man. Fucking legit lyricist, legit just artists all around, man. But yeah, okay. Well, so Allen, Allen Robinson. We talked about him. You know what I mean? And
Tariq Cohen a
little bit. What's up with my man Anthony Miller? Miller High Life.
You know what? He's another. Yeah, Miller. I like that. Miller High Life. Miller time, baby.
Because when he's popping, it's Miller time, B. When he's popping, bro.
He's another guy that, if I'm not mistaken, he was playing with an injury last year as well.
I think he's been injured
playing
basically
out of the slot.
Yeah, and that's where he needs to be. That's where he needs to be. So
that's where he needs to be. And you know, Nick Foles, where he excels at, he loves hitting those short intermediate patterns, man. He loves those. And Anthony Miller, bro, he's got great route running skills.
Oh yeah,
his hands are freaking
phenomenal.
He's got great hands too. Yeah, man.
He's so good in small areas. Like that was I remember when I was scouting him coming out of college. It was just like his little, his little quick twitch route running in the red zone and because he's the red zone look. Even though he's not big.
I was just about to say that.
Get him in the small areas. I mean, come on, great minds think alike, man. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's why I like to surround myself with like-minded individuals like yourself. You know what I mean? That's why you're right here, back here with Bogey. You feel me?
Hell yeah, man. Doing big things, man. Anthony Miller, look out for Anthony Miller too, because remember his rookie year when he was healthy, he came in and he didn't have like crazy numbers as far as receptions and everything like
that.
But
the touchdowns, though.
Exactly. He only had 30-plus receptions, 400-something yards, but 7 touchdowns for a rookie. Yo, that lets you know he is a threat in the red zone. And if he's healthy, back at it with an accurate quarterback, watch out, bro. He's going to be a steal in your drafts. Get him around the 10th round, something like that, you know, depending what kind of a league you're in. But he's somebody you can definitely...
And you'll be fucking happy.
You draft him as your 3rd, 4th receiver... Man, watch out, man. Watch out. This guy has potential to be top 25 receiver for sure.
I do want to preference this too, Playmakers, because over here at the Real Fantasy Playmakers, right here on the GMM network, we fuck with PPR almost exclusively. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Here. Yes, half point maybe, and then yes, we can talk some standard and answer some standard questions for you guys in the season or whatnot. But no. The player pool is more vast when it's PPR, and if you're not playing PPR for real, fuck your life. You know what I mean? Like, because you know what I'm saying. I would never look at it. What's up? Go ahead.
If you weren't gonna say it, I was gonna say it. Go ahead.
You feel me? Well, I mean, you're already fucking everything. You know what I'm saying? You are the fornicator, so let me just tell them, you know, they can fuck their life. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit, we doing it.
Yeah.
My bad. I just had to take a hit right now.
No, all good. My bad. I'm trying to double time this too. I just texted my guy, so he did say he sent me the link. Word. Yeah, but no, you know what? Hold on. Let me go. Let me hit something too. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I got to smoke with my mans. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Why not? One time for the one time. From Cali to the Shy. Let's go.
Yeah, man. And it's a hell of a combination we got here, man. Like, I mean, I'm glad that you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know we spoke about this off air the last time when I had you featured, but I do want to share it with the Playmakers, man. You guys are gonna see this combination more. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like you are. You know, I'm always on some divide and conquer, and I like to believe like I was talking about the Vikings type of shit, not the team, but you know, like barbarians type of warriors. You know what I'm saying? Like, whereas like, you know, you got different factions, and you got noblemen, and you know, you're a noble. You know what I'm saying? You're my nobleman from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, you know what I mean? I'm your Cali guy. You know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, bro, like, I don't want to stress this enough to the Playmakers, but I am gonna say it again. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about helping as much as I can in stuff that I believe in. Like, you know, our sponsor is a CBD brand that I'm involved with. And it's not just because it's my boy's brand, but it's because I actually stand by the product. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I only want to represent, like, mind you, if somebody's paying me and it was, you know, it was like literally like, we're sponsored by turds. Like, bro, I would be able to sell a turd because I got mouthpiece. Hey, you're paying me, right? But it's like, yo, like, you know, whether it's a product that sponsors us, or it's other content creators that we bring on or we're affiliated with, like yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like the Rum Boys, or like shout out my man Turn Up the Jets, or a shout out Ethan and Mike's Sports Show. Like these these are all guys that, or even shout out my man Mixmaster Morris. You know what I'm saying? He's the slow grind on Instagram, bro. Like these are all cats, bro. That like, you know what I'm saying? That we're all from everywhere, all over the map. And like, bro, when we come together, man, we're bringing that real ism for the playmakers and all the individual fan bases because, bro, like you know what? Another thing that, you know, shout out to the playmakers when they leave comments and they tell me like, oh, you know, your shit's entertaining, man, and as well as insightful, and I love that because, bro, like I'm the type I'll listen to motherfuckers just for the entertainment value. Then there's other motherfuckers I'll listen to, you know, just for the you know, because they have solid content, like you know they have solid takes or perspective, whatever. But like, you know what I mean? I feel like diversifying everything, you know, is my key. And with that said, it's about bringing in just phenomenal, what's the word I'm looking for? A phenomenal collective. There you go. You know what I mean? Like, and that's what we got here, man. That's what we got here. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know what? So before we close this thing out, you know what I'm saying? This we're making pretty good time too, man. We can even keep rocking for a sec. But yeah, so I do want to point out though that you guys went. What was your record last year?
I think we won 7 games or something like that. So
7-9. Okay, so let's set the under over at 7-9, right? And it's a 2-part question. So if I set the under over at 7-9, what would you take? And you know, if you did take the over, and even if it was just 9-7, do you think that's enough to return to the dance with the addition of the 7th seed?
9-7, yeah, I think. Shit.
So
man, the NFC is loaded. Bro.
Yeah, it is, man. Fuck you, Tom Brady. Why'd you have to come over here? Even Tom Brady came over here.
It's just, man. If you just break it down by divisions, right?
Okay, let's break it down. Let's break it down.
Let's go. So let's go with the NFC North first, right? And me being a Bears fan, I'm definitely going to say that the Bears are in the mix of things. And you know what? Like, we have the defense for me to say that. So I'm not just saying it because, you know, that's my squad. But you got them. You got the Packers who, you know, strength of schedule, whatever. They still got Aaron Rodgers. And I know they have their problems over there with how the draft went. You know what I'm saying? They're catching a lot of heat. But at the end of the day, they're still going to be a playoff caliber type of team because of, you know, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
So you got those two, right? Go ahead. With your division, you know, obviously the Niners, right?
No problem.
Obviously the Seahawks. Now, I mean, the Cardinals, you know, I'm gonna go to you on this one. The Cardinals or the Rams, you know, how do you feel about those two?
Well, okay. So shout out to my man LQ because, you know, when he's a Rams fan and when he was on here, right, you know, he was just like, you know what, man? Like, you know, we're rivals, but it was more of a respect thing where he was like, you know, Shanahan just scares the fuck out of me. And I told him, I was like, I never could discount the Rams. Because even last year, 9-7 would have got them into the playoffs if they had the 7th seed. You know what I mean? Like if the 7th seed existed last season, they would have been the ones in. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you're right.
And like, you know what I mean? Like, and that was a bad year. A 9-7 year was a down year for them, right? But the Cardinals, here's the thing, man. It's like, I know they got Simmons. That was their first round pick. That phenomenal linebacker.
Oh yeah, he's a beast.
Yeah, he's a beast. And like, but like. And I mean, I know you got an aging Patrick Peterson, but you know, but he is still legit. You know, I'm just saying their secondary is problematic, and like, you know, their line was problematic. But then like, you know, I think people are jumping out the window too crazy because they added my man Nuke Skywalker. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes, he has the Force, and you know, he has the dark. He's a gray Jedi. You know what I'm saying? And all that, right? But bro, like, it's gonna take more than the Force to turn that whole goddamn team around. You know what I'm saying? And like. But for fantasy purposes, I love it. Like,
I love that squad.
Like I actually have.
I love Kenyon Drake.
Yeah, and you know what? And I don't mind grabbing Chase Edmonds with my last pick because,
dude, perfect. Yep.
Yes, because like Kenyon Drake will get hurt eventually, and then you know we've seen Chase Edmonds. He balls out. They kept him over DJ, you know, because he's a system fit. You know what I mean, bro? Chase Edmonds goes hard, bro. You know what I mean? I
like him,
bro.
I picked him up in some leagues last year.
Bro, me too. And I cashed in on him. And then all of a sudden they gave him the nickname. So I dubbed him the Chase Bank. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
And you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, and then I get more ignorant. I started calling him the banker. You know what I mean? But
Chase
yo,
said they're open on Sundays.
yeah, bro. I like that. That's so good. And see, it's like, listen, my man Drizzy, you know what I'm saying? If he goes down, we'll go ahead and get, we got Chase Edmonds, and I think it'll secure you, at minimum, a high RB2 with Chase Edmonds, maybe even a back end RB1 if Kenyon Drake goes down.
I see him. Yeah, I like that. I like that call because the guy, sometimes you have backups and, they're not that dynamic. There's a big drop off. But with Chase Edmonds, you have somebody that he's not maybe exactly skills. Exactly. He's got skills. He could do both. He could run out of the backfield real nice and catch out of the backfield real nice. So you don't lose too much in game style for your offense. If God forbid something happened and like you said, Drizzy, Kenyon Drake. Yeah. I like them. I like the Cardinals actually this year.
Yeah, well, think about this. What's his name? Kyler Murray in a rookie appearance, starting all 16 games. Goddamn 540 pass attempts. I see him with 600 pass attempts minimum.
He's my dynasty quarterback.
Whoa!
Kyler Murray.
Whoa!
My guy.
Bro, what's crazy is remember I went crazy. I grabbed Kyler Murray in the 3rd round. But then as I started doing more mock drafts, there's times he'll fall to the 4th or 5th round, and that's where I really love him. And then, mind you, I'm talking redraft playmakers. You know what I'm saying? In Dynasty, I'm pretty sure, he could even go 1st round. And I wouldn't even
I got him. I traded out of the 2nd round. Nice. And I grabbed another 3rd round. I grabbed him in the 3rd round. I was like, fuck it. You know what? Lamar Jackson, Mahomes gone. I'm going Kyler Murray here. I got two 3rd round picks. What
app did you guys use?
What was that? What app? Sleeper.
Sleeper, give me money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Pay
saying?
up.
Right? Listen, we use Sleeper, and if they could pay us, woo. Hey, hold on 1 second. Speaking of Sleeper, did you send me the Sleeper link as well? Question mark. It's funny. I like to voice text because I be having a little man and I'm chasing him around and shit. So I use voice text religiously, and it's funny because I gotta be proofreading it sometimes because they be saying some wild shit.
That's why I don't use it, bro. There was this one time I forgot what the fuck I sent. I sent some stupid shit that made it was just straight nonsense, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I sound like an idiot.
Sometimes I'll be faded. I'll be posting some on Instagram. I'm faded. I'm doing the caption.
Oh hell no!
I'm one-handed. I'm holding my little guy in the other hand, and he's a savage like his pops. You know what I'm saying? The apple does not fall far from the tree, right? He's a bro. Check this out. You know what he's doing right now? He hides things. He likes to put things inside things. So it's we're trying to find the fucking remote, for days.
Hell no.
Where the fuck did you put the remote, you son of a bitch? I start fucking getting, I'm kind of, I might have been analytically correct in that sense because sometimes his mom be a straight bitch. Love you, babe. Love you. I'm actually with her because she's a strong bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mean that to say that derogatory by any means because that's actually a term of endearment where I'm from. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know what I mean? All her friends address each other as bitch. You know what I'm saying? All in front of the kids. Because we're all from the hood, though. You know what I mean? That's just, and it doesn't make us bad people. It makes us success stories even. You know what I mean? We come from a place where where it might not be the shiniest. It might be, but you know what though? You shine that thing up, and you might have yourself a diamond in the rough. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Jamaicans. But yeah, man. So you know what? So to answer my question, so 9-7 under over. So you got him at over.
Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna say over, man. I'm gonna have some faith.
What's your floor? Are you putting your floor at a 500 season? So because that still would be 8-8 would still be the over, obviously.
Well, I see them, at their floor. Yeah, I see them at 8-8 because. You kind of scared me the last time we talked. I don't know
because I spot some. I remember when I was talking about how Mitch Trubisky could start off with a fire under his ass because he got Nick Foles behind him.
I've been having nightmares because I literally.
Hey, cheers! Hey, salute! Salute to that!
Salute, dad. I've been telling my guys, I'm like, yo. Check this shit out. I sent them the link to the YouTube. I'm like, yo, check out what my guy says over here.
Bro, you had the highest rated show to date. There was one guy. Actually, there was one guy who had like 220 views. Like shout out to TCK Pod, the Candlestick Kids podcast.
Oh yeah.
But
I'm gonna lead with them.
But it was oh nice. But Kids was nice, dude. That's So they're part of the Dynasty League. Hey, those guys, they know their shit. He has a whole squad over there. They're all monsters, dude.
Bro, we drafted a tough squad, bro.
Oh
nice.
Yeah. Oh, you're in the league with them, or like like sharing a team.
No.
Oh, okay, with them.
Competition.
Yeah. So low key, fuck them. You know what I'm saying? But you know, all love. But as far as like fantasy, it's war.
In a good way.
Yes, in a good way. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely 100%. Sending nothing but love. Shout out to Sky and the whole gang over there at the Candlestick Kids pod.
Hell yeah.
But check this out. He, he had, I think, went up to like 220, but then like for some reason it dropped down to like 160. I think it's because like YouTube, they'll clean up the views that are just like, if someone just clicks on it. You know what I mean?
Shoot. Okay.
Yeah, like, cause I you know what I mean? Like, or else if that was the case, people could just sit there all day clicking on their shit and opening it up, clicking on it. You know what I mean? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So I was thinking like, okay, maybe that could be it. But your shit stayed up. Like pause. That sounded wrong. I mean, I'm talking to the fornicator. I gotta be a poor choice of words. That was funny.
Fornicator fucking up the YouTube shit.
Fucking up the YouTube shit. Yes, you really would. And so you to date, the highest viewed episode right here on the Real Fantasy Playmakers was with my man, the Fornicator. And you know what? Didn't surprise me.
Hell yeah.
Didn't surprise me because that episode was chock full of great content. And it was the precursor to even doing this one and beyond. You know what I mean? Like I can't wait till I can't wait to jump on your podcast, your channel, whatever whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like this, it's just great content, bro. Like you know what I mean? Like great content.
Well, yeah, we got to get on, do some IG lives here and there. You know what I'm saying? Like we should do that once in a while, man. I think we'll talk it up, we'll chop it up.
Yeah, we'll figure out a schedule,
that's dope.
Man.
That's dope about the views, yeah, man. We'll figure out the schedule. That's dope about the views, man. That's why, like, I'm happy to be a part of this, man. This is dope, man. For real.
Yeah, man. Well, shit. Go ahead and tell them again, one more again, where they can find you and the YouTube and all that, and we're gonna take this thing on down.
All right, man. Yeah. Once again, you guys can find me on Instagram. My handle is Fantasy Fornicator. On Twitter, it's FF Fornicator. And then in YouTube, you can search my channel, one word in the search bar, Fantasy Fornicator.
Hey, Jonathan, Fantasy Fornicator, always a pleasure, man. Like I said, this ain't the second time. The second time ain't the last time, man. Be safe out there, man. You know what I'm saying? God bless you and the fam and the kids, man. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that,
shout out to
you,
Mrs.
man.
Fornicator. Yeah, thank you, man. Appreciate that. And you know what I mean? Like we're just gonna keep trying to live out here. And you know what I'm saying? And deliver that straight-ism to all the playmakers and all the fornicators out there. You feel me?
Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you, my guy. Appreciate everybody, man. Love, respect. You guys take care.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, bro. Peace.
Peace, man.
Yeah, and once again, that was my man, Jonathan, the Fantasy Fornicator. Hey. I would Jamaican horns, but the phone started geeking. Fuck it.